What's up, guys? Teddy Striker here. We're in fight week for UFC 294. Yesterday, I made a video on Kamaru Usman and Khamzat Chimaev, how Usman beats Chimaev. Make sure you guys go check that out. But today, we're taking a look at the main event, and I'm going to talk about how Volkanovski beats Islam Makhachev because he's going to be an underdog in this fight. He lost the first fight, and it was very close, but now he's fighting Islam on short notice, but a lot of the strategies that I'm going to be saying for Volkanovski to use, some of them are very similar to the first fight, but it's just making those adjustments to make sure that it's maybe not as competitive. But the first I'm going to say is Volkanovski is going to need to pressure Islam Makhachev. In the first fight, it was pretty close. It was mainly fought in the center of the cage. Islam Makhachev, he's not a pressure fighter. He kind of likes his opponents to come to him. He's kind of like a counter fighter and a counter grappler. Actually, maybe not a counter grappler, but like a counter striker. What I mean by counter grappler is he waits for his opponents to come in and then he'll grapple them. Sometimes he'll just go and push them forward and kind of bully them. But Volkanovski's going to have to pressure Islam. In the first fight, in the last few rounds, especially in the fifth round, when Volkanovski was really pressuring Islam, he was able to even time Islam as Islam was going for a takedown, and he managed to rock and drop Islam. The second thing I'm going to say for Volkanovski to do is to stay focused. In the fourth round, he kind of gave up a takedown because Islam shot in for a takedown, and Volkanovski was kind of smiling and laughing because of the crowd, and he was also laughing at the commentary desk, and I thought that was a huge mistake. He could have just really tried to defend that takedown and kept the fight on the feet, but he lost the round because of that. He could have probably won that round, but because he was kind of goofing around, smiling and laughing, that caused him to lose the round, and that could have been a round where he could have won, which would have changed the result of the fight. But that's why he's got to stay focused at all times. Islam Makhachev is a seriously good fighter and a dangerous fighter. Don't mess around with him. But the third thing I'm going to say is use those southpaw attacks. Volkanovski did a good job doing those sort of shifting combos. He kind of did some on Max Holloway and Brian Ortega in the past, and he used them against Islam Makhachev. But I don't think his striking was that sharp in the Islam Makhachev fight, but he was having some struggles with him a bit. So I would say change up your stance, fight in the southpaw stance for a bit, and Islam likes that check hook. So what you could do is you can catch him with a 1-1-2 or just that offbeat 1-2 we see in Kamaru Usman land on Jorge Masvidal, Nate Diaz land on Leon Edwards, and most recently Sean Strickland on Israel Adesanya. But he needs to be the one going forward, and he needs to kind of get Islam close to the fence. When he's in there, get him with that 1-1-2 or that 1-2. It's going to catch him. Islam loves that check hook. A lot of southpaws actually do. It's pretty interesting. But the fourth thing I'm going to say is intercept the takedowns. Islam Makhachev in their first fight, there's some times where he was kind of panic shooting. There's even a point in round 2, I think it looked like he got dropped, but he didn't. He kind of just dropped himself, and he kind of just squatted down and just went for a takedown. It was very awkward, and it looked weird. It looked like he got dropped, but he didn't. And it seemed like Volkanovski was trying to catch or get Islam's timing down. So I would say try to intercept him with that, because you might not make it the full 5 rounds without the training camp. So you need something to put him away. And it's already going to be hard enough to knock out Islam because of how improved his striking is. But if you can time him, get him to duck into something, that would be a really nice way to, get a finish. So, get some uppercuts in there. In the first fight, in the 5th round, he dropped him with a perfect right straight that he aimed towards the body. But, if he aims for, uppercuts to the body, that could end up catching Islam. That could be the shot. For number 5, I'm going to say combo off body shots. Because in their first fight, Alexander Volkanovski would sometimes throw some naked body shots. And I think it was either in round 2 or round 3 that like Volkanovski went for a right straight to the body. And he kind of like, he didn't really retract his right hand back to his chin. So Islam was able to like step back and then time it with left hand. And Volkanovski actually got rocked from that. So either you retract your right hand, or if you don't want to do that, if you can't break the habit, continue like build off of that. Throw a right straight to the body, and then throw a leaping like left hand. Like he does that a bit sometimes, but you need something to like, like continue your combo. Otherwise, Islam's gonna counter you again, or after that right hand to the body, he can do that little shifting combo he does where he'll throw a body shot and then like change into the southpaw stance and throw a right hook. He could also do that. But yeah, that's all I've got. I'm going to recap everything I said. Number 1, use your pressure. Number 2, stay focused at all times. Number 3, use some southpaw attacks. Mix it up. Number 4, intercept his takedowns. And number 5, combo off body shots. And obviously Volkanovski's going to have a great game plan, but this is not me saying he's going to win. Tune into my prediction later this week, but I'm saying how he can win.